welcome to another exciting episode of
ZoeLife.
ZoeLife for ZoeTv. I like your action, Mark. It is ZoeLife. And it's you and I today, my friend.
Awesome.
We are here, start to finish. We have no guests. We've got so much to talk through. And Kay is out of the country. I got a picture this morning. Her on that beautiful, like, Greek Isles of the blue water and the white architecture. And she's sipping a coffee and she's living the dream. And
Living it. Yeah.
we're living the dream here at Glencroft because we love and run ZoeLife.
Absolutely.
So we've got a lot to talk through. The next 26 minutes are going to go fast. It's kind of, I wouldn't call it a state of the union of ZoeLife, but with fall finally here and hopefully cooler temperatures, lends itself to new programs, relaunching of old programs, and an opportunity for you guys to get involved. And so that's what today is about, is really letting you understand what we're doing on the back end of ZoeLife and coming up with strategies and programs and how you can get involved. If you're already involved, how you can get involved more. And if you're not involved, what are you waiting for? And opportunities to come down and experience all that we do. So, Mark, let's start with you. And just in terms of it, you've been here a while now and your feet are definitely comfortable on the grounds of Glencroft. So let's just spend a few minutes diving into what you've seen transpire for the months and months you've been here.
Sure. Oh, it's just been really exciting for me. Just watching people make their progress, like I said, from the simple stuff, from the sit stands, doing a lot of stability work, as you know, a lot of standing, getting that balance a little better, watching people getting stronger, telling me they're feeling better, they're going and visiting their doctor, the doctors are giving them good reports, telling them to keep doing them what they're doing. I mean, that's just super. It's just knowing that's what we want to hear about and seeing it happen. It's just exciting to see.
Well, and I know you've been such an integral part of a lot of the training and a lot of the physical pillar that we have under Zoe. And I want to go back to the doctor stuff because I think that's what gets us excited is when residents go do a checkup and go get a full makeup done by whether it's Dr. Rink or off campus, and they come back so excited to tell us, like, I got such a great checkup and I want to hear about it. So dive in a little more on that because I think from your previous experience, maybe you had a little of that, but this is such a different...
This is so much more, because the change is so dramatic. When you go from nothing to the change, we're just getting a dramatic change. The blood works better. Everything looks better. The comment that I hear consistently over and over is, whatever you're doing, don't stop doing that.
Yes, I love
and
that.
That's, and they smile. They're proud. Reese proud. They went there. They were a little unsure. I hope the checkup's going to be okay. And the doctor's all excited about it, and they get those results, and you get the smile in there, and that's, to me, that's just gold.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about assessments because that's such a big piece of that component of getting our hands on you guys and getting to that point of coming in with your doctor results being so excited. And it starts with that assessment process. So for new residents out there or those that have been hesitant, what does an assessment look like with you? How do they go about signing up? Give us the logistics.
Sure. So a new assessment, we do those on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. They're at 1 and 2 o'clock. So we need to get those obviously scheduled. Sometimes we'll reach out. You can come down. You can call the Performance Center. You can drop by the Performance Center, and we will get you set up with a time. We go through a brief health survey. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What do we need to watch out for? We look at that. We do standardized tests that they do all across the country, so we know how you're doing compared to other people in your same situation. There again, a lot of people are surprised their stability isn't quite what they thought it was, or their strength, or you get the people that got the little extra wobble on the arm and they don't think we can adjust that, and we actually can. That's a big muscle back there. We can tighten that skin up, get some tone back to there. People are always real excited when they start to see those. Oh, you don't know how many arm photos I have, people flexing. They get real excited when they start to see those results. But we're going to sit down, we're going to go through those tests. And some people can knock them all off in one day, as you
Yep.
do, and some people have to break them up. They
Sure.
just don't have as much energy to pop those all off. So we do whatever we need to do that way. And then we really look at the plan together and we design something that's going to benefit them.
Yeah.
Do we need to work on that arm? We talked about it. Is it a sit stand? Do we need to work on your stability? Little upper body strength so you can move around or get your body off the floor. How do we get up? How do I move? I'm having these issues. And then, so we really direct the program to what they're trying to accomplish. And then we're trying to, if you had assessment, we really want to do those every 6 weeks. I
That's
know
the
some
goal.
of you, it's been a long time, but let's get those results. And then you can see those results. We can actually show with the technology we have, we can show a little bit of muscle gain. So just being the same weight doesn't mean you're the same. You know,
Right.
your muscle could have gone down.
That's right.
Most people over 70 have lost 30 to 40% of the muscle they had on their body. So we're trying to, let's reclaim that muscle. Let's get that muscle back. And that's the beautiful thing about muscle, as you know, is it will come back.
That's right.
Even people over 100 have shown that we can add muscle.
That's very cool.
So we make that plan and then test and go along. And it's just exciting to see as every week they get a little stronger, a little better, a little more confident.
I think what is the biggest point we want to convey out there is going through the assessment process is so key for us so that we can customize whatever strategy we want to put in place. So if you come to an assessment and balance is a problem, we might say, hey, look, we've got so many tools in our tool chest to put you in place. So let's look at the water. Are you comfortable in the pool? Have you done water therapy? Have you done those things? Okay, pool might be a really cool option. It might be, okay, group workout on the videos, and we're going to talk more about those. We feel like you'd be a perfect candidate for our Monday group workout as opposed to our Friday, and here's why. And so it's strategizing with everything that we have and all these tools in our arsenal to be able to come with a real strategy for you guys that looks different than your neighbors. I mean, that's the goal down there is the way that you're going about changing your body needs to look different than your neighbors because we're all different people and we all are in different seasons of life. But it comes down to these assessments. Until we can get our hands on you and understand the challenges you have, whether it be physical, emotional, whatever, it comes in play in the assessment. And there's so much involved and there's so many amazing people on campus that we can recruit a chaplain stand for certain situations. We can recruit Kay to go get Midwestern University to play nice in the emotional pillar. And so all of that is constructed upon that assessment. So
and as you said, it's not all it's done in the performance center. You know, it could be the swimming, it could be a group class, it could be a drum class to just get some movement and circulation going. And it is a very personalized plan, and we can get it so we have you pegged into something every single day if that's what you're looking for.
We absolutely love getting on the computer and making schedules where you have it on your refrigerator. And you know, every day I've got an activity of ZoeLife, and you're going to see it, 10 o'clock, I got to be here. And that really has worked out well. And our group stuff, our Parkinson's and our stroke, and now our neuropathy, which we'll get into. But we can do that for you as well. We've done that a lot, these one-off schedules that keep you guys showing up and knowing what the week looks like.
And you can just see them people getting happier as they get along and the things start together. And as you said, they know the times, where they're going to be, what they're supposed to be, and what they're going to be doing.
I love it. All right. I've got my checklist, so that's why I'm looking down because we've got a lot to cover. I want to get into our ZoeLife workout videos because we have gotten a lot of momentum on residents from all over campus, whether it's assisted living, memory care, independent living, coming down to the university room and doing this together. And there's such a change I see. And we started that during COVID and having the ability to keep working out, keep me in front of you during COVID, but in a safe on Channel 4. When Mark came in and said, hey, look, why don't we take those videos and let's bring people together and let's get this social pillar in play. And we thought, that's a great idea. You know, we're past COVID, but let's use the resources and content we've captured. And you spearheaded this thing, and these rooms are packed. The energy is alive. So let's walk through what that Monday, Thursday, Friday looks like.
You bet. So in the video you did originally with Michelle was great. We were getting a lot of people like that video. We've had some success with that. And, we had residents coming in. We have people that have some memory care issues. They're coming in, they're seeing the video, and they're exercising to it. So you said, that's this way. So let's kick it off and turn it into a class. Thought it's been fun. People tend to have fun there. It's a nice group, a little social element for your class as well. We have a video that's scheduled. We have 3 videos, and they're very similar. But so our Monday and our Friday class is a seat. The entire workout can be done in the chair.
Right.
So you're not getting out of the chair at all.
Every exercise is in the chair.
In the chair. You're never on your feet.
Yep.
You're in the chair. There's no way you're going to fall down. No balance issues. We go through some sets. We describe the exercise. And you can do what you can do. And as you do in the video, you encourage them. Let's do what you can do. This is what we're looking for. If this is what you got, let's work with that, right? And if we do 2 sets, 3 sets, and we just tell them, if you're not up for it, rest.
Right.
You tell them at the start of the video, we're doing 3 sets, skip that second set, rest. But it's amazing in this group class. We see that, and then on our Thursday one is on our feet. A third of it is on our feet. So very similar, and then we get on our feet and do a lot of our balance, work. The amazing thing, we started the seated only a lot for some assisted living people. And when we first brought that group in, some of them were active, about a third of them really weren't. They were just sort of there, right? Yeah. And I thought, oh, great, a third of the room's there, not really accomplishing much. And then I saw everybody started doing something, and then doing something, and then watch. Now that I don't have that group, I still have the group, but they're not just sitting there. Now they're active with the exercises. They know the routine. And to see that progression is so exciting. And then we have the same people. Then we turn out people that just can't hold themselves up that long or get tired. Those chair exercises are great. Yeah. So Monday and Friday, always in the chair. You're good. Let us know if you're coming down if you can. That way we'll reserve a space for you. Sometimes we get full, as you know, the room just backs up.
What in that room is full? Give a number. Like when it's busy in there, what does that number look like?
We'll get 28 plus people in there, and that really starts to push get a couple walkers and strollers in there, and the room.
The optics of it are so amazing. I mean, we've got so many photos of that class in action, and I want to go back to it. You could watch it on Channel 4 and do it in your own room.
It's not the same, yeah.
It's not the same. We beg you, if you're doing it at home, at least come try it. Because you might say, hey, you know what? I liked it in my room. Because I get a lot of people that do it, and they say, I do it every day religiously. Like, I love it. But there's something about being with a group and feeling that energy that's kind of like, you're like, man, that guy's working that hard. I need to push a little bit.
And the people are very supportive of each other, and glad to see you again and get the stuff done. The group even wants the identity. We're going to do an exercise shirt. Everybody wants that. They're excited about it. It's a group. And as you know, at home, someone knocks on the door, the phone rings, the dryer buzzes.
Right.
People get distracted. Here, you're with a bunch of people, and you're all focused, and we get in and knock that exercise out.
And you're doing a giveaway at the end of each
absolutely.
One of the videos.
That helps too.
So at the end of the video, you do a raffle contest.
Yeah, everybody who's there, you bet.
And it's just fun. And we actually have some amazing residents from Providence Place coming over, volunteering, being a part of it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just good juju, man. I just love it. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one because we're going to run. I want to get into the outdoor workout space and how we're dovetailing everything that we built outside that I know y'all are like, what is that? The weather's finally turned, and it's October, and it is go time for us to start using that equipment. So let's talk through kind of the ideas that we've been working through. There's a group, and we're going to talk about that program next. That's going to be the first ones to actually use it in a program. But it's one of these things that unfortunately the construction finished right at the peak of the summer. Yeah. So it's sat, but we're chomping at the bit, absolutely. Man. You and I have been out there and gearing up programming and protocol of how each piece of equipment gets used. But talk about your excitement level to get out there and get this going.
Well, I am, and it's been, as you said, it's been hot. And they just announced on the radio, the TV and the radio yesterday, we're through with our 100-degree days. So hopefully that's true. Yes. It's a good facility, and I like the equipment we have out there. There's a lot of different variety of exercises we can do out there. And I like to be able to, we can be out there walking, we can stop and do some physical exercises too. The weekends, the performance center isn't there. I can go there and have my workout right outside
exactly.
there. And we're going to be doing some videos and some things explaining some different exercises you can do. We've even got a group together that's going to go and highlight this. We're excited about the group. They're excited about getting out there and trying it out and try out some good exercises so we can show you this is 3 or 4 exercises you can do on this. This is it.
Exactly.
And we're going to show you how they're done safe and how done. But it's just, I used to love that when I used to go to a hike or go to the park and I used to do sprints or walk around and run. And then they have the equipment over there and go over and do the equipment while it's outside. It's a covered area. It's nice, it's separate, and I think I'm just excited about seeing going out and enjoying that and be able to use that.
I think what's going to be key for everybody to understand it is the video content that we're going to put out on Channel 4, showing each piece, how you use it. We're going to have actual collateral pieces out there showing the exercises so that you have some instruction. And then there's going to be set times that you'll sign up for where Mark and I are leading an exercise class
out
on
physically
the
out there,
and
out
so
of the gym and out of the box.
And so you'll sign up and I say, hey, I'm going to come over at 8 and we're going to have an 8 o'clock class and we're going to walk the South Trail and then end up there. And it's going to be a lot more to come on that. October 24th is actually our big ribbon cutting ceremony on the equipment. The mayor from Glendale is coming over. We're going to spend 15, 20 minutes showcasing the equipment. Like Mark said, we have a little beta group kind of learning it right now so that they are behind the scenes, like knowing how to use it. So when we do this big grand opening, they're back there and they're using it safely and effectively. And so a lot more to come on that. I'm going to switch gears here. We've talked a lot about the physical stuff and we still got a few more, but I want to switch into the intellectual pillar. University is alive and well. We are off and running. We've had a lot of amazing lectures so far.
Yes,
our dental lecture from Ann Ross, it was so in just good. I don't know a better way to describe it, but she comes across so easy to understand, understanding what's going on in your teeth. There's so many products on the market, what to buy. There's so much varying cost. I look at our lectures through that lens. Someone's coming over to teach you guys something that you can put in your life right there that day. And you can learn something and apply it. And that's what is so fun. And like our spiritual pillar last week, we had C.S. Lewis explained and talked through, from a senior's perspective of understanding C.S. Lewis. And I think you can wrestle with that and you can think about it and stew on it. And then you rewatch the lecture on the app or rewatch later that day. It's our passion to drive home continuing education for seniors. We love everything about it.
Oh, absolutely.
If you haven't signed up and you haven't turned in your lecture sheet of what you want to do it. Okay. These lectures are getting busy down there and we can only hold so many. So
some of these classes are filling, so they definitely want to get in there. Absolutely.
And again, if you don't make it down and you want your accrue credit applied, you have to come down and get a stack so you can keep them at home, but get the survey. I've changed it this year. There's 2 pages to it and there's more detail that I need from you other than I watched it. It was good. So that we can give you credit, but we also can learn from you guys of what you enjoyed. So that's our push for Glencroft University. Everybody, if you need a catalog still, we got more, but take advantage. I mean, I know a lot of campuses out there around the country try to drive home education and bring in workshops or with 3 to 4 days a week in your backyard, you got access to this.
Well, it's great. And we just did the graduation and that it led to that, and seeing those faces when happened at the graduation was really cool too. So it's just another step in that direction.
Absolutely. And it's part of the Zoe Life mantra of these 6 pillars. Okay. The physical pillar that Mark oversees is impacted by your thought processes and your cognitive skills and how you're learning directly influence what you can do physically. Okay. So they're all together. All right, let's get into neuropathy.
Oh.
Let's get. We only got 5 minutes left, so we got to fly.
We do.
But neuropathy immersion program. We are starting Beta 1 this week. We have 7 residents participating in Beta 1, and we're going to pick 7 to 8 more in Beta 2. That's going to lead us right into January. We're going to know the program. We're going to know what worked, what didn't. That's the beauty of Beta. And come January to the campus wide, we're going to launch this neuropathy program. That I'm excited about a lot of things. This has really got me jacked up.
Absolutely.
And I know it does you too, because you got direct family ties
I've
with
got
neuropathy.
both my parents have neuropathy, and I would probably say 70 to 80% of the people that I work with and talk to
Yeah.
have some form of neuropathy.
Yeah.
And diabetes, that population's even higher with the neuropathy.
Right.
So anything we can do to affect that and make things better for them. And,
Yep.
and we've been looking at some really different treatments, something completely different. If you've been in some of these other programs, this is going to be a different feel,
That's
a
right.
different flavor. We're trying some things that are proven. This works absolutely. White paper. We know we got some good results, and some things that work for most people.
Yeah.
And we're going to mix that pot together, as you said, on beta 1 and beta, we'll see what works there, and then we'll improve that and keep going from there. I'm just excited. I'm just waiting for the day come in and said it hurt less. It didn't hurt today. I slept through the night. I can start to feel it in my foot a little bit. That's going to be
a great
That's going to be big.
We've unfortunately, neuropathy is just across the board everywhere on this campus. Absolutely. To a certain extent. And being that ZoeLife is founded in fall prevention, the neuropathy and unfeeling of your feet, it can be hands and whatnot, but feet primarily can cause these falls. And so, our call to action on the neuropathy is to help prevent falls. And our goal is to use these modalities and technology and diet and nutrition and exercise and movement. But like Mark said, getting influenced by other white paper, other research, making this program feel and look different. You might be involved on the E-stim pain management, but the application of it is so different.
Oh, completely different.
We're using the pool, but totally different. We're doing like a hot-cold contrast with a jacuzzi and ice bath, and we're trying to think outside the box, learn from other disciplines and others that have tried, but again, for free in your own backyard. It doesn't get better than that. So I will leave this on the neuropathy program. If you're interested, you got to put your name on our list, because we've got our 2 beta groups pretty much locked in. But come January, we're going to go right to the top of the list, and we're just going to start pulling bodies in because we know it's going to work. It's going to work.
It's going to work. We're
God's hands all over this program.
Absolutely.
So I know. And speaking of our Lord and Savior, we are going to talk quickly about the spiritual pillar. There is so much going on in the fall under the spiritual pillar, whether it's the women's Bible study that started last week. I opened the door because I could hear them singing in it. It's just a packed house of ladies, just in depth in the Bible and the Word and doing amazing things. And then Chaplain Stan is now shifted over and officially under ZoeLife. Him and I are doing some amazing planning and strategic planning of how we get the spiritual pillar more involved in ZoeLife and more involved in the licensed areas with ZoeCare. And we are so excited about the potential of the spiritual pillar already in play here. Obviously, it's our foundation to our campus, but just running and just doing some amazing things. And God's hand is already all over this campus. But I think, shifting gears and doing some more innovative, like the neuropathy program, on a backup for a sec, has a spiritual element involved. We wanted our neuropathy beta testers to be in a Bible study together. And a couple of them looked at us like, what? And we said, it has to be a part of this process.
Absolutely.
And we want other people that look at our white papers to say, why would they involve the spiritual pillar? And we want to back our data up with, you have to have that component in play in the Word, doing the Bible, and your body is, going to reboot itself because of this joy and all that comes with
mind, body, and soul. Absolutely.
Amen, brother. Amen. Okay, runner minute, and they're going to get yelled at if we go over. Social media. I'm pushing it hard.
Boom.
I mean, we are on fire in social media. The Castaway Cove Pirate Week took us, if we were here on social media, we were like over the moon right now. We went viral on a couple videos. Yours has gone bananas. You dressed up like a pirate, banging the drums.
Well, that's that Grum class. They are into it. That is a great class.
We have 10,000 views on this TikTok, and every time I open it, it's got more and more. So if you haven't gone on our social media, follow us, like us. We have posters all over campus, but we're going to be doing giveaways on it. We're going to be doing all sorts of interactive resident staff interaction of scavenger hunts and not just theme week stuff, like just weekly cool social media driven activities that you don't want to miss out on, because Ross has got some good giveaways. And with that, I'm at the 2-1 ZoeTv. We're out. Oh my gosh!